Can't stop, addicted to the shindig. Chop top, it says I'm gonna win big. Choose not a life of imitation. Restrict us into the reservation. Default the pistol that you pay for. This part the feeling that you stay for. In time, I want to be your best friend. Eastside love is living on the west end. Knocked out before you better come to. Don't die, you know the truth is some do. Go write your message on the pavement. Burn so bad, I wonder what the wave meant. White heat is screaming in the jungle. Complete the motion if you stumble. Go ask the dust for any answers. Tears, I try to be part of the wave. Can't stop the trains, I hope to be part of the wave. Can't stop and tell me when it's time to.
Hello and welcome to the Gustavus Sports Rewind. I'm your host, James Piper. We'll be starting out with the men's football team, which last week hosted St. Olaf. Turnovers proved once again to be the Gusties' Achilles heel last Saturday against St. Olaf. 3 plays after Jordan Becker's first interception, St. Olaf's Leon Clark had this 34-yard touchdown run in the second quarter. St. Olaf continued to pester Becker, hurrying and pressuring him for much of the first half. 4 second-half turnovers halted any Gustavus momentum, and Jordan Becker was replaced by Logan Becker after his third interception. Antonio Jennings of St. Olaf caught this touchdown pass from quarterback Clay Garrett, extending their lead to 20-7. With sophomore Logan Becker leading the way, the Gusties began to march down the field late in the fourth quarter. After a fourth down conversion, Gustavus eventually got the ball deep into St. Olaf territory, but were stopped with 2 minutes 32 seconds left to play, and St. Olaf took over and ran out the clock. Last week we previewed the men's hockey team, which fell to 2-2 on the season by losing to Eau Claire last Saturday. This week, however, we'll be looking at a preview of the women's upcoming hockey season. I'm here with women's head hockey coach Mike Carroll, and we're going to be discussing the upcoming women's season. How long have you been practicing so far this season?
We started on October 15th. We did some dry land for a few days, and then we hit the ice that following Monday. And so it's been quite a while since we've started until now. Looking forward to playing our first game, but that was sort of by design. We have a really tough schedule right out of the chute. Normally our non-conference games are tough, but some of our tougher conference opponents are on our schedule before Christmas. So knowing that we had a little turnover and we wanted to get the kids all on the same page so that we didn't let any games and opportunities get by us right away. So, but they're all chomping at the bit now to get playing, and even us coaches think that it's time to get going.
Mm-hmm. So almost a month of practice from start to game day. How do you keep the girls motivated with that much downtime?
Well, the beginning of the season for all teams, it's an exciting time. Everyone has high expectations, so it's not really too hard to keep their attention span. And then, of course, just wanting to keep a handle on the chemistry issues where, we bring in some newer players and have them to get acclimated, and then rely a lot on our upperclassmen to help them, show them the way to get them ready and up to speed. But nothing does duplicate playing games. So we really don't know exactly how things are going to go until we get out there this Friday, but we're excited to get rolling.
All right. You lost 3 of your top 4 scorers last year. So what are you looking for the freshmen? What roles are you looking for them to fill this year?
Well, every team has their own identity, and I think the biggest thing for us is to worry about what we can control and what our identity is. And our identity is to work hard, give 100%, use our speed to our advantage, but we have really worked hard just in general about trying to be better finishers. And our stats, as you mentioned earlier, are good on paper defensively. But we usually carry the play with most opponents, and the bottom line is if you're going to carry the play, you got to put it in the back of the net because that's the end result of every game. And River Falls was a younger team last year that really came on as the season went to the end, and so they were probably playing their best hockey at the end. And it was just one of those days for us. But again, we're focusing on what we can do to give it our best effort, and then if we do play up to our capabilities for the majority of the game, I think we'll be just fine whoever we play against.
Thanks for stopping by, and best of luck to you.
Thanks, James.
Thank you for joining us today on the Gustavus Sports Rewind. As always, if you've missed any of our prior episodes, you can find them by going to youtube.com and typing in Gustavus Sports Rewind into the search bar. Be sure to join us next week when we'll be previewing both the men's and women's basketball teams. Until then, I'm James Piper, and go Gusties.